Hey, it's Jenny with Wynn Hill Worms. Today I'm going to show you our worm starter colony. Alright, so this is a product that I have available for local sale and pickup here in Southwest Washington, and I am very excited to share it with you today. So this is a worm starter colony. Essentially, it is a 1 gallon bucket, a happy little 1 gallon bucket of worms, their bedding, their babies, their cocoons, and kind of a nice little ecosystem that they are used to living in. I have put this together with some of the worm-rich material from some of my other grow-out bins, and I have been feeding and nurturing this little bucket of worms, this little ecosystem, so that it leaves you with worms of all ages. This is a more natural transition to a new environment for the worms. So I want to show you. So we're going to pretend that this is our new worm bin, and we will put in a little bit of peat moss. So this is peat moss that has been moistened with dechlorinated water. And so if this was your new bin, essentially, I'd recommend if you already have bedding, I would make it into, I would make a little trench, and then you can pour the contents of this into the middle, okay? Now, I'm going to dump this out, and I want to show you the variety that is in here. So you can see these guys really like the moisture of the bottom. They like to hang out in the bottom. So if I didn't dump this out, you'd be thinking, are there actually any worms in there? So you can see we have reproductively mature worms that are big. We have some skinnier kind of juvenile or adolescent worms. As I've been going through here, I've seen a few cocoons. I don't know if you can see that one there by my thumb. But there is just a nice rich mix of worms and bedding in here. Here's a little happy little bunch there. So putting this in your bin is a much more gentle transition than taking, a couple of, like a pound of worms in kind of a big worm spaghetti ball, and then hoping that when you put them in their new bedding that they're going to be happy with it. Sometimes they're fine with it, and often they're fine with it, but this is a little bit easier. The other thing is you don't have to have a bed prepared a couple days prior to picking these up, because you can just essentially dump this whole thing right in your bin and it's ready to go. These are from my worm composting mix. So these are stock that I bought, sold as redwigglers with the potential for some European night crawlers. I think I've seen a couple of Indian blue worms in there. These guys have been composting like crazy. They're doing a great job. They're breeding a lot. They're making lots of castings. You can see, I see 1, 2, 3 cocoons here with this little guy. I don't count or weigh the worms that I put in here, and that's something that I want to be very clear about when it comes to this worm starter colony. I go through bins and try and grab quite a bit of worm-dense material that includes worms of all different ages. Each cocoon will result in between 2 and 7 baby worm hatchlings. On average, you're usually at 2 or 3. And once the cocoons hatch, it takes about 3 months for them to become a reproductively mature redwiggler. So, but you're going to have lots of cocoons in there. For beginners, I include a link to information on my website on how to ease into feeding and maintaining these guys and growing your population of worms. The biggest thing that I would suggest is do not overfeed them. That is the biggest pitfall that I see new people make, and I myself made it when I started out with my first set of redwigglers. I killed them within a month, and it was a combination of overfeeding them, and I think I added glossy cardboard in their bedding. I kind of did all the things, all the wrong things. But the biggest pitfall is overfeeding, and it can make things happen quickly. So that is the worm starter colony. If you live in the Portland, Oregon or Southwest Washington metro area and you are interested in this product, please see my website linked in the description below. All right, happy vermicomposting, everybody. All right, everybody. If you liked this video, please take a second to hit the like button. And if you're interested in more worm-related content, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks so much. Have a great day.